The number of adults in the UK who are experiencing some level of depression has doubled since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, according to the Office for National Statistics. Their survey, carried out over a 12-month period, found that 1 in 5 people appear to have depressive symptoms. That compares to 1 in 10 before COVID-19 hit. Amongst those most likely to suffer have been women, people under the age of 40 and those with a disability, as Lauren Moss reports.
Mai was first diagnosed with depression when she was a teenager. Throughout lockdown, she shielded with her partner because Lily is clinically extremely vulnerable to coronavirus. Mai says while the pandemic gave her the opportunity to spend more time at home, that also came with consequences.
For me, a big part of my anxiety has been kind of going around, being around other people, kind of this fear of a virus. Also with this impending kind of current recession that's happening and kind of uncertainty of the job market and me being quite young and kind of being in that place where I've been on short contracts, it's a scary time.
More than 3,500 adults were asked standard questions used to assess depression. They answered how often they experienced a range of symptoms, including a change to their sleep patterns or appetite, a loss of interest in daily activities, or difficulty concentrating. Many reported high levels of stress or anxiety.
This data seems to confirm that there's an increasingly large number of people who are experiencing mental health problems for the first time, almost as a direct or possibly indirect consequence of COVID. So it's really important that those people are able to access the help and support they need.
For others, lockdown has opened new doorways. Stephen has suffered with depression on and off since childhood. He was working multiple jobs to fund his studies, but says the change of pace has altered his life for the better.
But just kind of that combination of just improving my own health and not being able to see my friends made me really realise the importance of both of those. So then from there, when restrictions began to ease off, just took any advantage I could just to spend more time with friends, de-stress, and yeah, it was completely kind of changed my outlook on what was important to me.
In March, during lockdown, the government announced £5 million of funding for mental health community projects, and NHS England launched a 24-hour crisis line. Mai is now setting up her own charity to support people, but says there still needs to be greater awareness. Psychiatrists have warned that today's findings are the sign of another looming health crisis, and that is while we are still in the grips of a pandemic. Lauren Moss, BBC News.
If you've been affected by anything you've seen in that report and would like details of organisations which offer advice and support, do go online to bbc.co.uk/action line, or you can call for free at any time to hear recorded information, and that's on 0800 066 066.